Let's talk about importing events and sessions into Gecko. This can be done in bulk either from your CRM or via a CSV or flat file. To get started, head to Settings and go to Import Data. In the top right hand corner, click New Import and tell Gecko, in this case, it's going to be a file import. We're going to use a CSV and our file is just here. Give it a name. Tell Gecko it's a one-off import and select events. Now, if I hop over to the spreadsheet that we have open, I've highlighted the required fields in order to create events in Gecko, and it's really simple. All we need is the title of the event, the start date and time of the event, and the start date and time, the end date and time. We also need the time zone of the event, and in the article just below is a list of all of the valid acceptable time zones. Now, though these are required, there are actually 17 additional pieces of information that you're able to import, including things like the registration type, and to decipher these and put these numbers into plain text, 10 represents a single event, 20 represents a single session, and 30 represents a multi-session type event. Delivery method, descriptions, maximum attendees, etc. Again, all of the information below. When you're ready to import this, just make sure that you copy and get a copy of this particular file as a CSV. And we're going to hop back to Gecko. We are then going to import this file, and this brings us to the mapping screen. Now again, we have the ability to say to Gecko, are we using a header row? In this case we are, so we would tell Gecko to skip that first row of data, but if we launch straight into the event information, we could toggle that to off. And from here, it's just a case of matching and pairing the information. So the event title is in the title field. The start date gives you a range of different formats. This is in UK format, so date, month, year, year. So I can choose that and make sure that it matches up. For the end date, I can again select this. Day, / month. Time zone goes there. We'll do registration type and delivery method. Now, not all of these have to be mapped, but if you do want them in the system, of course, make sure to map them. I'm going to click Finish Import because I want to see them in the system right away for you. So just here we have our 3 events which have now newly been created with the start date and correct end times. Now, an important thing to note is this is a way of bringing in just the top level of the event, and you may be thinking, well, I want to import sessions into my event. Well, this is very easily done. If we hop over to our session tab, the rules change ever so slightly. The important thing that we need in order to import a session into an event is the parent event ID, and this is very easily obtained in Gecko. Simply click into your event and make a note of the number in the URL string. This is going to be the unique ID for this event. So, for example, if we wanted to create a session called Financial Aid Online Question and Answers, this would be the event we're telling Gecko to put it in. And the start and the end date are not the start and the end date of the overall event, but instead the start and the end date of this particular session, in addition to all of the other attributes, links, and details that you have control over.